guys, it's Shane. You know what? It's been forever since I've done my own live video, so I thought I would just turn the camera on. We got a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and I needed to clear my head. Larry B, good morning to you, Larry. All right, let me show this off. I've got a couple guitars. We'll have a little fun, and Joe Chipman from Boyne City, Michigan, made this for me, gave this to me last weekend. It is curly maple box, 3 snake oil pickups, an experimental fan fret design, 5-string open G. Hey Giddy, how's it going? I could see your comments out there. So he gave this to me right before, or right as I was in concert. This thing is fantastic. Louis Lamont said that thing's beautiful. Louis saw it in person at the Cigar Box Guitar Festival. Whenever I played this in concert, unfortunately, my amp went bad, and I was only going direct through the PA. So let's see what it sounds like through an amp. Cool thing, you roll the volume off the one, you can get that Ace Frehley staggered sound. Actually, if I turn this pickup off, so, all right, let's give you some close-ups. This thing is absolutely nasty. Matthew Simpson is right. Okay, so Joe probably put $500 worth of parts into this thing alone. He said it took him 250 hours to complete this guitar. I am not worthy to be given this guitar. I've never owned anything this beautiful in my life. So let's take a look. I've got the special camera here. We're going to start with the curly maple, the absolutely gorgeous curly maple. I'm going to turn the amp off for a minute so that we can show this. So you got the curly maple, and he got the purple just by mixing blue and red dye. You have, let me move the camera here. You have my logo here, the Shane Speal Cigar Box Guitar King. This is inlaid. This is not a sticker. He routed this out, and it is ebony dust. It's ebony dust and super glue that is put into there, and a Paduke diamond in the crown. Now, he also gave me this strap, which has the diamond that matches the tiny little diamond in the crown. And excuse me one second. I see your comments coming, but I have my iPhone on my music stand here on the wrong side. So if I put it there, I can look at the camera and then glance down to my iPad and then answer some of your questions. So he's got the curly maple. It's got a binding in there, an ebony binding. The 3 snake oil pickups. Let's give another close-up. The pickups are run into the knobs that are stacked, so you have the volume and tone on top for each knob. And this thing is just sick. So you've got the control over all three pickups. And yeah, these are CB Giddy pickups. These are the Foundry Tone snake oils. Let me see. He gave me some. There's the 5-way guitar lever switch, and this thing is just fantastic. So let's take a look at the neck. The neck is maple with an ebony binding. It's got the fan frets. Sean Clark, hello, how you doing? The fan frets are a mix of a 25.5-inch scale on the lower end and a 24.5-inch scale on the upper end. The back of the neck reveals a maple and mahogany, the mahogany stripes in there. This thing is just insane. Let me see what else. It's got locking tuners, and look at those gorgeous tuners. I love it. Whenever Giddy was hanging out, he goes, those aren't from my catalog. Those are insane. But it was just, to get this, it was, I've never owned a guitar this great in my life. So let's play it a little more, and then I'm going to pick up the Evil New Orleans double neck again. We're going to show off this one that I've been making little photos and videos, so stick around for that. Hey guys, you know what? This whole video is impromptu, but share it anyway. Let's share this and teach people about DIY instruments. So, okay, let me take this. I'm going to add a little distortion. I get a bad chord here. It's not the guitar, it's the actual chord. So I've got the distortion, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll back the treble. Actually, I'm going to switch this chord around because it's the 90 degree that's knocking it out from the back here. Okay. I'm going to put some distortion on, but then I'm going to roll the treble back because we're going to give it a jazzy sound. Okay, let's roll some of that overdrive back. Roll the treble back and give it on the neck. Just a little more. It's tuned, it's a 5-string tuned open G. G, D, G, B, D. Now, the one thing that I have a tough time with this is playing slide. The fan frets are made so that the lower strings have a higher tension and it pushes the tone out. The higher strings have a looser tension, which makes bending easier. But that means when the slide goes on here, the slide needs to follow the fan in order for proper intonation. Because if you do the slide, there, it's in tune. But if you do the slide straight across, it knocks it out of tune. You need to have it right with the fan frets. So this is not a slide instrument for me. I will look at this and I kind of want to go into jazz with this. You know, just like some Memphis stuff, some jazz, and it makes me want to learn the 5-string in that regard, instead of just my usual 5-string. So, this is right there the Joe Chipman 5-string experimental guitar. Like I said, it was a gift to me. Got it on Friday night at the Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Fest. So I'm going to sit this down. Guys, make sure you share this. I want to show off this more. We showcased it last week on the Giddy Gang show. But I wanted to give you some more details of this evil guitar and the absolute morbidity that is contained within this guitar. First of all, I do want to say, guys, I think next week, actually, let me put this down. This is something different. Next week, I think I'm getting the copies in to send this out. I'm waiting to hear back from the publisher. I've been promising that we are going to get all pre-sales out by September 15th. It may be earlier. So if you want to get the new book, Making Poor Man's Guitars, go to poormansguitar.com. poormansguitar.com. So, all right, this thing, here we go. This was discovered in the debris of Hurricane Katrina in the lower 9th Ward in New Orleans. It was covered in grease and dirt under a whole bunch of stuff, and was taken. It was cleaned up by somebody, put new strings on, and sold to me through eBay. Now, I just posted some pictures of this. I'm going to give a little close-up right there. I posted some pictures of this and a little video, but I wanted to show some details. The guitar, it's a double neck. It is 2 old Stella necks. One is a 6-string, one is a 4-string tenor. I do have it tuned up. Let's hear it. The low, I have it tuned to an open D. The action isn't too bad. You can still fret it, but it is a little high. I could fix that, or I could leave it for slide, and it goes. Now, here's the thing about this. The tone isn't very loud. You've got a thick box. This is 1/4 inch thick. It's an old Riuniti box, Riuniti wines. It's been cut down some, but I looked through the hole, and you can see this was an old Riuniti wine box. Each neck has a big bolt going the whole way through that keeps the necks tight. The 6-string side isn't as loud. You do have these cool tail pieces here that do a great job. And so the 6-string isn't that loud. The tenor guitar, which I have tuned 1 step down. A tenor guitar is usually C, G, A, E. This one I'd have it tuned 1 step down just so I didn't break any strings. And it's played like a tenor banjo would. It makes a lot of sense that a guitar coming from New Orleans would have a tenor neck, being the tenor banjos are very big in New Orleans. tenor sounds great. All right, let's talk about Earl. Okay, this thing is evil. I don't know who Earl was, and I don't know if I ever want to meet him, because if you turn this guitar over, I'm going to bring it out a little bit. The whole thing is decoupaged all around the sides and the back. Now, we talked a little bit about this whenever we did the broadcast, but I want to show you some close-ups. First of all, you got the death of Elvis Presley on the bottom. The death of Elvis Presley, except, boom, you have some girly pictures as well. So you have a mixture of sex and death on the bottom. And if you go to the side, right here, you have an account of President Kennedy's head, bloody head, hitting his wife in a newspaper clipping, and then a picture of baby Jesus Christ crucified along with it. On the top bout, you have more girly pictures. Date crazy, Hollywood honeys. And that's all in here. And then there's some old French writing. I have no idea what it is. I've got to get someone to translate it. So we've got more sex, and then there's death. There's death all in the back. There are 3 obituaries on the back of here. 2 of them died from gunshot wounds. One died from what was it? A seizure. So you've got 3 obituaries, some Uncle Remus postcards, some old blues imagery, a Matisse stamp, and an old, what looks to be a Confederate Army piece of paper money right there. So this entire guitar is a mixture of death, sex, and weirdness. You even do it like this and it's staring at you. Look at that. I mean, I've never owned a guitar that I was scared to own until I got this. But you just can't beat it. All right, let me see. My camera was just blinking. Hopefully we're still doing good on this. It's been a while since I did a straight to live video on Facebook. This thing will be eventually put onto my YouTube channel as well. But yeah, this is the Earl guitar. What else do I say? It is a perfect example of the DIY, make anything to make it work. But it's also a perfect example that there are crazy sons of bitches out there. Alright, so eventually I'm going to do a good Cigar Box Nation, or I may even do a good Guitar World article on this. I've got to get back to writing some more blogs like that. It's been a while. The book has me running ragged. And so once, in fact, I've been working with Giddy. One of the things we've been doing all week is this book has a lot of different projects in there. This has my super secret foot stomper. It has my beer can microphones in here. And a lot of that stuff uses Giddy parts. So we have been putting the Giddy parts together in little bundle packages for the people that get the book. They can go right over to CB Giddy, click the Shane Speal section, and that's going to have everything you need for the majority of these projects. This is the new book coming out. I may have copies as early as next week. You can pre-order autographed copies right now at poormansguitar.com. So check that out. Hey, speaking of CB Giddy, if you go to his main page right now, you'll see that we just got the brand new Shane Speal guitar strings up. 3-string Shane Speal guitar strings. And those are in anticipation for the book coming out. I'm going to give you a little secret here. I'm not going to divulge too much. But Labor Day weekend is coming up, right? Labor Day. Which means Labor Day is the kickoff to guitar building season. Everybody stops building for the most part in the summertime. We all like to sit in the back porch and play with the things we've made. But once Labor Day hits and weather starts to get a little cooler, we all start, at least for myself and a lot of other friends, we start to go back into wood shop. We're starting to look towards the holidays, build things for people, build things to sell. Um, I want you to pay attention to cbgiddy.com this weekend. I'm talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Friday, he does that $5 Friday. Here's my hint to you. My hint to you is $5 Friday is going to have double the amount of items for sale. And then on Saturday, I ain't saying anything, but if you get the CB Giddy email or the Cigar Box Nation email, pay attention on Saturday. Something big's coming for Labor Day. Put that on the neck pickup or the bridge pickup. Yeah, I'm giving away a little bit of secrets, but you guys got to pay attention because some big things are happening. All right, so, okay, I got nothing else. I just wanted to show off two very cool guitars that I just got. The Evil sumbitch from New Orleans and the Awesome sumbitch from Michigan. Joe Chipman. Joe Chipman is on Cigar Box Nation. I think his name is Sparky37. He's not on Facebook. He's one of those that doesn't like Facebook. But if you look on Cigar Box Nation and look up a guy named Sparky37, that's the guy that built this. So check him out. And my name is Shane Speal. Guys, get it now because these are going to be going out as soon as I get them. Boom. Making Poor Man's Guitars. That's the new book. And there's a whole bunch of really cool projects. Plus the history. I added the history. All the stuff that I've collected, we put a lot of that in there. And we're talking about Robert Johnson's account of him making diddley bows and making a cigar box guitar with his stepson. Albert King, Albert Collins talks about using rattlesnake rattles inside his cigar box fiddle. Junk like that. It's all in here. And it's at poormansguitar.com is where you can get the pre-order. And all the pre-orders are going to be autographed. So, alright, my name's Shane Speal. Thanks for watching. I need to get back to work. Thanks for letting me clear my head for the morning. And I'll be seeing you soon. Let's crank this one.